If you don't get there in time, we will lose 1,600 men. Your brother among them. Good luck.
Considerada por el American Film Institute como una de las mejores cintas de la época, la película 1917 ha sido la sorpresa de esta temporada de premios y nominaciones, pues de la nada se coronó hace unos días con el Globo de Oro a Mejor Película y el Globo de Oro a Mejor Director para Sam Mendes. Y recién acaba de recibir 10 nominaciones a los premios Oscar, entre ellos el de Mejor Película, Director y Fotografía. La cinta, ambientada en la Primera Guerra Mundial, ha recibido críticas positivas tanto de la crítica como del público en general, principalmente por el plano secuencia que Sam Mendes y su fotógrafo, el ganador del Oscar Roger Deakins, usaron para contar esta historia. And tell me more about the filming process, because it's amazing that I was watching yesterday the movie and it's okay, come on, look this shot, this sequence shot. It's amazing. How was creating this? How much work there is behind?
It's a lot of work, a lot of planning, you know, because every set has to be measured. So we started off on empty fields and valleys, just walking with the script and marking, you know, with flags. Well, this is where the woods should be, this is where the orchard, the farmhouse, and this is how long the trench is. And then we built for months and months, and you know, we dug over a mile of trenches and filled them with people, and you know, so it was a lot of planning, but it was also pretty exhilarating because not many movies have been made in this way, and it felt like we were breaking new ground.
Last man standing.
I'm going
Para contar la historia de dos jóvenes soldados ingleses que tienen como misión atravesar la línea enemiga de los alemanes para entregar un mensaje a una tropa inglesa y evitar con esto la masacre de 1.600 hombres que van directo a una trampa, Sam Mendes, quien filmó en nuestro país Spectre hace unos años, convocó a George McKay, a quien vimos en Capitán Fantástico, y a Dean Charles Chapman, a quien se le vio en Game of Thrones. And tell me, what about the filming process? Because, you know, it's a long sequence shot. How was for you working? Could you please explain me what's, you know, behind it? For example, the rehearsals or something for playing with the camera?
Yeah, we did 6 months rehearsals before we started shooting. And one of the big reasons why we needed that 6 months was to see how long we needed to build the sets for. You know, the sets were meant to be the length of the scene, and the scene needed to be the length of the set. You know, so the first week of rehearsals, me, George and Sam were just walking in this, you know, in the middle of nowhere in an open field, just walking and talking the scenes at full pace. You know, and we'd do that, you know, a few times just to get the exact measurements of how long we needed the set. You know, and in them 6 months, we did research. We went to France, Belgium. We did military training. We worked with a military advisor called Paul Biddis, and just really getting a good understanding of what it was meant to feel like, you know, to be a soldier in the First World War. Yeah.
Do you want to share something? Or?
Yeah, I mean, I think Dean said it. I think, again, it was about sussing out the rhythm. That was the biggest thing, because you know, Sam can usually craft the rhythm in the edit, but we had to make all of those decisions about pacing beforehand, because as Dean said, they affected the length and size of the set. But the best thing about it, like for me, was just to get this three-dimensional awareness of filmmaking, because you were party to conversations that you'd never usually be party to. You know, everyone was there together all of the time from January up until when we shot. So it was just wonderful to be in the room and listen to the sound department, what they needed, and the camera department. But to be honest, like amidst all of that technicality, it was always about the kind of the why we're doing it rather than the how, and the story always came first.
Con respecto a cómo se siente al saber que su cinta ha provocado cierto impacto tanto en la audiencia como entre la crítica al ser considerada como una de las mejores películas de la temporada y haber recibido 10 nominaciones al Oscar, el director británico Sam Mendes comentó:
I'm very disappointed, you know. Obviously, I don't want it to love that. That's an easy question to answer.
Yeah, but maybe means that there's a lot of work with your crew, with you, work put in this movie.
I'm thrilled. I mean, obviously, I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled, though, because, you know, this is a movie I want people to see in the cinemas. And, you know, it takes a lot to get people to come to the cinema for a movie these days. and not wait for it to be on TV or DVD or whatever. So, you know, it's a big deal.
Yes.
And I quite like the end of year debate about, well, I like this movie, no, I prefer this movie, because it puts movies at the centre of the culture, and you know, it's difficult to compete with television these days, and so this is one of the ways that I think it can do that.
Informó desde Londres para Imagen Lucero Calderón.